to order, and we'll start with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yep.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Justice for all.
Two. Thank you. So we're missing Dan and Miriam.
Yep.
All right. Anybody else? And the VSO. The VSO is at a annual conference.
Perfect.
And up for a vote here, we have the minutes.
Yep.
And I think I sent them out. Yep.
I did as well.
No, I haven't.
Jim. Did I send? Oh, there it is. Yeah, I did send them out.
Mhm.
You guys got it. Veterans Advisory Board meeting agenda 250916. Those are the minutes. And let's see, attendance. Okay. Yeah, Dale, you ran that meeting. Thank you.
Yes, I did. Yep.
So any questions?
No, I think we went through all the items that you had showed on the agenda, and and you can see it here in the minutes that we covered everything that we were tasked with.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the
Accept.
minutes for September?
I will make that motion.
I'll make a motion if you want to second it.
I'll second it.
Okay, I'll make the motion. You can second.
Yep.
All those in favor of approving the September minutes?
All right.
Aye.
Aye.
The minutes are approved. Just quick check here. We got 5 on the board. I don't have any guests. So we'll continue. I don't have any members of the public. All right. Joe, you're up with the VSO report in Dave's honor or absence.
Do my best. VSO report, Veteran Service Officer Dave Mangan, October 21st, 2025. On Saturday, September 27th, the active table at the Town Day event. Hold on, I'm just going to move this. At Lake Quannapowitt, answered many questions to members of the community on veteran services. Volunteers joined our table to share information about veteran services, books, and assorted items. I received 5 new clients whom I will be interviewing over the next few days seeking veterans benefits. The Veterans Monthly Greater Boston Food Bank was held on Wednesday, October 15th, beginning at 9 a.m. To 11:30 a.m., providing 28 veterans and their families with much needed provisions. To become eligible for the program, any Wakefield veteran, spouse, or immediate family member of a veteran who would like to participate in this program and be included in the drive through and pickup may call our office for further information at 781-246-6377. This month, the food pantry assisted an elderly veteran staying with his daughter's family for VA healthcare. The family greatly appreciated the support this program delivers. Veteran Services, our veteran The Veteran Coffee Social at Wakefield Senior Center, 30 Converse Street, was held on October 18th. At 10 a.m., our guest speakers, Clifford Coy and Jamie Gong, the Veterans Advocacy Office advocate for veterans' rights at local, state, and federal levels. The Executive Office of Veteran Services have published guidance for processing emergency temporary assistance benefits for federal veteran employees on furlough. You can call my office with any questions regarding this process or log on to mass.gov for further information. Chapter 115 benefits are not impacted by the federal government shutdown. VA monthly compensation and pension benefits are currently not impacted by the federal shutdown. Check va.gov for specific information. The WCAT podcast will resume on October 28th at 2 p.m. to be aired at a future date. This month's discussion will be on Gold Star families and the awareness to the community of just what the program entails. If any veteran would like to participate, please contact the Veteran Service Office. No names are broadcast unless you agree, and stories will become part of the historical record of the town. Chapter 115, under this program, qualifying veterans and their dependents can receive necessary financial assistance for food, shelter, fuel, and medical reimbursements monthly in accordance with the formula that takes into consideration the number of dependents and income from all sources. For those on a medical-only category, prescription drug copays, and in some cases, medications can be reimbursed. And if they qualify for Mass Health buy-in, we can assist in getting the application submitted. For further information, please visit the mass.gov website or contact the Veterans Office for further details. For appointments for Veteran Services, please contact me, Dave Mangan, with any questions you may have regarding ongoing benefits or submission of new benefits. We're located on the second floor of the Senior Center, 30 Converse Street, Wakefield. Office hours are Monday through Thursday. For walk-ins, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., appointments 10 to 3:30 p.m. Holiday schedule would be based on the day of the week the holiday falls on. Voicemail is checked 7 days a week at 781-246-6377.
Any questions for the VSO? I know he's not here, but we can get it recorded. I would like to add to the VSO report some of the following.
Hey, Dan.
Yeah, I'd like to add to the VSO report some dates and events that are coming up. On November 7th, the Student Assembly at the Galvin Middle School Memorial Auditorium is Friday, November 7th. That is the Student Assembly. There are two assemblies on Friday, November 7th, at the Galvin Middle School. The first assembly starts at 8:30 in the morning, and the second assembly starts at 10 o'clock in the morning. This is a student-led tribute to our veterans. If you're available to join one of those two ceremonies, it would be appreciated, as the students do a very good job to honor the veterans in Wakefield. The next event that I'd like to announce for record is the Student Assembly at the Woodville Elementary School. It's also on Friday, November 7th at 11 a.m. All veterans are welcome to enjoy and watch and appreciate the students' performances. Of course, the town of Wakefield Veterans Day ceremony is on Tuesday, November 11th at 11 a.m. at the Galvin Middle School Memorial Auditorium. The Northeast Metropolitan Regional Vocational High School is featuring the annual Veterans Lunch, which is going to be Friday, November 14th, in the dining room at 11:30 in the morning. That's at the Northeast Metropolitan Regional Vocational High School. All veterans and their guests are welcome to dine together and enjoy a fresh turkey meal. Reservations are required by contacting the Veteran Service Officer, Dave Mangan, at email david.mangan@wakefieldmass.gov or by calling 781-246-6377. This meal is a tribute to the veterans by the faculty, the staff, and the students from the food service department at the vocational school. The next item that I have that I'd like to add is November Veterans Coffee. The November Veterans Coffee will be on Saturday, November 15 at 10 a.m. in the Wakefield Senior Center. The November Veterans Coffee features a brunch sponsored by the Wakefield Sons and Daughters of Italy, Lodge 1734, honoring our veterans. Veterans may bring a guest to this event. Please contact the Veteran Service Officer, David Mangan, at 781-246-6377 should you seek to participate in this tribute. Those are some events that are upcoming that I wanted to just make public and add that to the VSO report. Any other questions or anything else? Do I have a motion to approve the VSO report read by Joe?
I make a motion. I second.
Okay. All those in favor of the minutes of the VSO report?
Aye.
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 I'll
Any
abstain
opposed?
in here.
Okay. Mr. Dan Benjamin, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing
there.
okay, but we got our problems. So.
Okay. Welcome.
Good to see,
It's good to see you.
See you, Dan.
Yeah. Missed you on Saturday.
It's tough to get old, both of us.
It's not for sissies. That's what my mother used to say.
That's right.
Not sure if I just want to make mention of Denise Casey, our town administrator. Not sure if she's going to pop in, but if she may, for this evening's meeting, just to say hi. She will also be introduced at the Veterans Day ceremony on Tuesday, November 11th. You'll have an opportunity to meet her. If anybody on the board has an item that they would like me to bring up with her, please send me an email. Okay. I do meet with her next Monday at 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'd be happy to present your thoughts and concerns, okay, to the new town administrator. I've heard nothing but great things about her from everybody that have met her. I did meet her at Town Day, and she's very enthusiastic, and she comes to Wakefield highly experienced with 26 years of experience in municipal work. So I'm looking forward to continuing to work with her. Please welcome her to Wakefield if you should see her, and introduce yourselves. Item number 8, the federal government shutdown. I did a quick synopsis. This is something that I keep asking questions about. And it's kind of strange that I don't get very many answers. And I understand that. I would like to just kind of give the board a highlight here. When I looked up va.gov, nothing is impacted. However, when I reached out to those that are currently working in the VA at the director level, the report that I get back is many of the folks in the Veterans Administration are working without pay. So your pay for compensation, your veteran pay for pension is still going to be processed, okay? But it's very, very touch and go right now in those offices at the VA. Chapter 115, their state benefits, currently they're not impacted. Social Security monthly benefits, their offices are short some staff. So if you do go, I would expect a longer line than usual, okay? Also, if you call Social Security, you may have a longer wait on the phone than usual, but they are open and they are providing services and they are making monthly payments. The active duty pay, the monthly military pensions, that comes from the Department of War, formerly the Department of Defense. Those pensions and those offices Again, many of those folks are not getting paid. However, those that are receiving pensions from the Department of War, formerly the Department of Defense, will be getting paid. The active duty pay is touch and go. The Department of War is doing the best that they possibly can to pay those that are currently serving on active duty. And the source for information for those that are serving on active duty, should you be asked, is militaryonesource.mil. There's a lot of information on that page. I also would just like to add one other piece of information, and that is I did log in and I checked into the Hanscom Federal Credit Union page. Hanscom Federal Credit Union is currently offering what they call lifeline loans, and what they call skip-a-pay, which requires a waiver for certificates for withdrawal fees. If you're a member of the Hanscom Federal Credit Union, again, it's a credit union, not a bank, those products are available to you. You do have to apply for them. In a summary, they're basically, they will pay and loan up to 2 months without any fee to members that are impacted by the federal shutdown. But you have to apply for those services at Hanscom Federal Credit Union. Again, if you know anybody that is currently impacted, a federal employee who is a veteran, that is one source. I did reach out to a few other banks locally in town. They don't have any products specifically for those federal employees that are impacted. Any questions of me about the government shutdown? That's all I know.
Nope.
Okay. We'll go ahead and go around the horn here. We'll start off with some of the board members here. Start off with Peter. How are you doing?
Good, good. What I have is I'm working with Dale about November 11th about getting the locals to donate pizzas. And I have a list. I have a list of 5 different pizza places, but I don't know if anybody else has them. But I was going to go and check with these 5 and see if we could get those done for us on November 11th.
Okay. I would suggest, like I did on a separate note, on a global, just to the team here.
Mm-hmm.
Identify the pizza shops, and then try to get 5 pizzas from them. Okay.
Minimum of 5.
Yeah,
Some may want to give more.
Some may want to give more. Okay.
Slice Pizza last year gave us 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, I've got 3 places I sent to you, Dale. That I'm going to go to, and I always go to Lori's 909 to get some sandwiches too. They went very well last year. Drinks, I think you have a hook for drinks.
Yes, I do. Yeah, I've contact or written a letter to Market Basket, their headquarters in Tewksbury, which they said they needed a written letter and request. I suspect they will give us, like last year, a $50 donation to which we can buy drinks. And I spent last year that money on a whole bunch of different flavored tonic waters. Didn't go into sugary drinks or anything like that.
Excellent.
The other thing that we need to be concerned with, and Joe, maybe you can answer this, is to the secretary, there is the question of the janitor and the equipment that we need on the November 11th. And earlier in the day, like about 10 o'clock at the latest to have barrels with ice and things like that in them so that we can start icing those drinks and get the tables set up. Have we spoken to them regarding that, Joe?
Not ice. I didn't know we wanted that, but we will have everything else at 9 a.m. will be set up. So the barrels, trash, tables, chairs, all that will be ready at 9 a.m.
Okay, but nothing, but you said tables. We're looking for 2 rows of tables where last year we only had a single row.
Yeah, that's what I put in the request. Double what we
Okay.
had last year. Yeah.
Okay, super. Excellent. Okay.
Yep.
That'll work.
So I think, is 11:30 for delivery of the pizzas okay?
Yes, I think that's a good time, between 11:30 and 12.
Okay. And when you're talking to some of the shops around town, ask them for a flyer. And we'll be happy to display the flyers.
I think Dave Megan already has the flyers for that. Okay, and last year we had plastic displays with the name of the company that were providing the pizzas in front of the pizzas.
The shops may have new flyers though. That's all.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they may have new prices, but I think their flyers it's just so they're identified.
Anyway, that's just something that I'm asking.
Okay, I understand.
Peter, do you have anything else?
No, not really.
Okay, I'll come back to you, Dale.
Okay.
Joe Jacoby.
Yeah, I was talking with Dale yesterday. Again, item pizzas. I'm gonna check with Slice Pizza. I think they gave us 5 last year. 5
No, I'm
cheese
pretty sure-
pizzas.
I'm pretty sure it was 10.
I'll
counted them.
double check, Dale. I'll go tomorrow. I'll talk
Yeah.
to him. The other thing on that, like I said, I was talking to Dale yesterday. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to be there on Veterans Day. I have to be at the State House with the ancients.
Yeah.
So somebody will have to arrange to pick those up between 11:30 and 12.
I understand. Yeah. And that's a problem that we have, and we sort of ran into it last year is that there's a lot of last minute things that have to be done in the cafeteria to get ready. And it was just essentially me last year. Okay. And then plus trying to keep an eye on the Boy Scouts, what they were doing with our flags and everything, which didn't work out that well.
And also,
even though they've been briefed. My point being that if there's anybody on the board that's available to come down and give a hand for the setting up of the collation and/or to support with the Boy Scouts or the Girl Scouts, so that they're properly trained to go off the stage in the right direction, as they both for bringing the flag, leaving after that, so when they're posting the flag, and then when they're retiring the flags. Last year,
So,
it was a little confusing.
Last I checked, most pizza shops do have a delivery service. I mean, if it's a couple bucks for them to bring 5 or 10 pizzas over, it's a couple bucks to bring 5 or 10 pizzas over, but it might be worth it to have them bring the pizzas to the cafeteria.
I agree.
Okay, that's money well spent. So,
Yeah.
when I'm asking the vendors down in Greenwood, I'm asking them to bring them for me at 11:30, between 11:30 and 12. Okay,
Right,
so we don't
that's
have to send somebody around to go pick up all those pizzas. That's crazy.
Yeah.
and second item, I don't know if everybody remembers last year, I sent out a flyer. The AHC and the Mass Guard there's a website for the Soldiers Home in Chelsea and Holyoke that people can go on, click on it, and make a donation of needed clothing for the veterans, like, things they need, socks, underwear. And I got the flyer somewhere. I will email it to you tomorrow. And I also think you can drop off clothing at the Danvers Armory. I don't know, Peter, if you heard anything about that. John Driscoll's heading it up.
So I have a suggestion, Joe. Can you reach out to Brian Fox on Facebook and give him that information?
Mhm.
And he will post that in a community message, okay? So that many people can see that on social media. He's also a town councilor.
Okay, he's on Facebook?
Joe, if you want to just send it to me, he's a friend of mine. I'll get it over to him.
Okay,
That way you don't have to track him down.
okay, take care of that.
Perfect.
That's it for me.
Thank you, Joe. Dan Benjamin, how are you?
Yeah, we're okay. I got a couple of them. I'm on the Commission of Disabilities, and what I'd like to do is get a hold of Bill Renault, who's with the DPW, to get maybe 10 extra coned off spaces to the left as you go in the door at the Galvin, just for disabled people. They usually do that during election, but I don't know if they do it during Veterans Day, because I'm sure we'll have a few disabled veterans.
The left entrance door.
You know, as you come in off of Main Street, that first little parking lot.
Yes, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
And also the Reach Across America forms out at the desk as people come in, if they could get a hold of those for this year.
I sent that out.
Okay, but at the desk as you walk into the auditorium, and then somehow announce it during the ceremony that there'll be.
Okay.
And the other thing was, as far as the state of Massachusetts, I see where they just changed or stepped down as Secretary of Veterans Affairs, and they have somebody new in. I don't know if it's a man or a woman, but do we know anything about that?
Sure. So Secretary, I'll call him Dr. John Santiago, who's a major also, is stepping down as the Secretary of Veteran Services. Okay, he served for a little over 2 years. In his place, his replacement is Andrea Gale Bennett. She's a retired brigadier general, also a medical doctor, okay, who will be taking his place as the Secretary of Veteran Services. And I believe that she starts on the 7th of November.
It's good to see a military person in there and also somebody that's in the medical field.
I couldn't agree with you more. Anything else, Dan?
Not that I can think of, but I'm sure I will by the end of the meeting.
Okay. Miriam,
Hi,
how are you?
I've been better, but I'm good. I am going to ask if Joe could give me 2 letters, one to send for the Council of Clubs. You could just send it to me, email, one for the Council of Clubs, who is donating 20 wreaths for Wreaths Across America, and one for the West Side Social Club, who is going to donate 10 wreaths for Wreaths Across America. But they both asked for something that just says Council of Clubs has donated the money for 20 wreaths for Wreaths Across America, just for their files, for their treasurer to have on file. And the same with the West Side, just something so that they have something on file that says they were donating, that's where the money was going, to Wreaths Across America.
Got it. You
I
need
mean,
that
they
from
just
me,
said,
Marion?
an email, to me, and I'll bring it to them, whatever. Just something that they can put in their files.
I know Dave Mangan in the past has used the letterhead and sent it to like the veterans of Vietnam of America. So maybe he could send something out.
Marion, if you want to just shoot me a quick email, and then I'll figure it out. I'll get with Dave and
Okay.
I'll find
Okay.
some, or
Yeah, I have to bring down, thank you, Paul, for sending out those forms, because I'm going to bring the forms down to them so that they have the instructions on where to send it and what have you. But both the council and the West Side, I've never asked either one of them to donate. And this year I just said, what the hell? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. What's the worst they can do is say no. So
That's right.
neither one of
Yeah.
them said no. In fact, I asked for 10 from the council and they immediately upped it to 20. So I'm kicking myself for not asking for 20 from the West Side right up front. So, but they just need that for their files. You know, if I bring them a form, Joe, and they say that's all they're going to need, then I'll let you know. But
Yeah,
otherwise,
just let me know.
you know, just I'll send you the email. They just need some little thing blurb to go in to the treasurer's files to cover the money.
Understood.
Okay,
Which have they got the same price as last year, or
$17 each.
they haven't changed any, I guess?
No, they didn't change the price.
No,
The only thing that we did change is we increased the wreaths to a total of 465.
and how many do we have? Do we have from last year? Are there any?
213 from last year. And when you do the math, that's 45.8% filled.
So is it, Paul, is it 465?
The new
Because you
total
had-
is, the new total is 465.
Okay,
So
And
we're
that's-
looking,
I'm-
so
yeah.
we're looking to get at least 252 wreaths.
Yep,
all right, I'll update that from the agenda.
yeah.
Do you want me, yeah, last year I put out on the Wakefield community page a plea, sort of. Do you want me to do the same thing this year?
I would hope so. I
Yeah.
would think that's a great
Yeah,
idea.
I think it's not a bad idea. The way the account is set up, if we go over, okay, it rolls over to the following year.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And
I'll do that again if you want me to.
yeah, that's been very successful.
Yeah, it
Um,
was. So, okay, I'll put that out.
I mean, we're not, yeah, Joe, thank you for making that correction on the agenda. But, 465 reads is not that difficult to get, and we're halfway there.
Yep.
Okay, so, I like the way that our town does this, okay? And I did communicate with, DPW, so we're on the same page, and, we coordinated the delivery location and, the pickup plan and everything else. So,
When are we going to put something in the daily item about the townspeople purchasing wreaths?
I'm gonna
probably,
put that on the community page, so it'll get out that way.
yeah, let's get that on the community
I'll
page.
do that. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll get it out tomorrow.
And now that's a public announcement, or press release in November sometime, Dale.
Yeah, that's what I understand. I just
Yeah,
wanted to know.
we'll probably do it after Veterans Day, okay, to kind of
sounds
get
good.
it going. Veterans Day kind of kicks off, in my mind, Veterans Day kicks off the holiday.
Right. I'm in agreement. Yep, that sounds good.
Okay. Marion, anything else?
Nothing that I can think of. I mean, you already know I won't be here on Veterans Day. I don't know if any of you know Joseph Bellavia. He graduated at Wakefield High in 1965. He passed away. His wife is doing a memorial for him at the Elks on Sunday, November 2nd, from 2 to 6, if anybody is interested in going. It's open to whoever wants to go. There will be a ceremony from him. I've talked to the Middleton American Legion, and they're going to do supply the color guard, and Paul got me the flag that I'll bring to them to use, that they are going to give to Susie during that ceremony. And also Paul got the box. I went down today to have a tag put on it to say Lieutenant Colonel Joseph P. Bellavia, U.S. Army, and his year of birth and year of death. I went down and had that done today. They're doing that, so I will present that to her as well. Joe was a lifelong friend of mine. He grew up with my husband, and he was a lifelong friend of mine for over 60 years. So it's very meaningful for me. So, but anyway, if anybody is invited to come and celebrate his life.
So his son is on our list for Memorial Day.
Yes.
And I believe he was the last person that was killed in action on the list. So
he was killed. He was one of two. He was a twin. He was killed 2003.
Yeah.
He is buried in Arlington Cemetery.
So anyway, a big military family here in Wakefield. Many of them have moved on. Okay, but yeah, just a terrific story and a terrific service to our country by both father and son.
And also the other twin is also in the Army Reserves, and he followed the footsteps of his father. He was deployed twice, I think. I remember. I think Jonathan was twice that he was deployed, and he's still in the reserves.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's see. Joe, do you have anything else?
No.
How's the new website in town working out?
Totally fine, because we don't touch it.
Okay.
I just send it to somebody and they post it. So
okay.
Works great for me.
Okay, that's fine. I asked you to post something to the website there, the Reach Across America order form. If that's something Sherry can post, that would be appreciated. Thank you. And then we all would have a place to go to get the form. Okay, and once it's on the website, we can set up a link, connect it to social media, connect it to emails, whatever you want to do.
Absolutely.
Mr. Vice Chair, Dale, do you have anything else?
I got a few things. One thing is, we'll start with this one, the getting new members on the board. I think we've got, in my opinion, Sherry sort of holding our hands behind our back here, not allowing us to do any kind of advertising. And I was wondering if, as a board, we can come to some understanding of what's the best way to approach this, whether to approach her to allow us to do some advertising in the item or elsewise. I think we need to get more people on the board. We're short.
Yeah.
Well, one way we can do this is invite people to some of those events that are upcoming that are not on the board. Okay, we have the student assemblies at the Galvin on the 7th of November.
Yeah.
We have the student assembly at the Woodville on the 7th of November. We have the coffee. We also have the Veterans Day ceremony. And I would encourage you to reach out to friends and invite them to these events. Okay. And this isn't just to Dale, this is to all of us. But that's one way of introducing others to the board. The other piece that I continue to say is they don't have to be a veteran to be on the board.
Absolutely.
They do have to be a resident of Wakefield, but they don't have to be a veteran to be on the board.
Can we like
I
post
understand.
it in, oh, I'm sorry, Dale, go ahead.
Well, I'm just wondering, where is Sherry coming from? That is she saying that she's the only one that can put an advertising in the paper or any kind of a discussion regarding board membership, people on the board, various Wakefield boards?
She is the person that when you fill the form out, you have to send the form to her, not us. Okay, so there's an email form, okay, on the town website. You can download it and you can send it to somebody in an email. But that form, once filled out, has to go to Sherry. She reviews all the prospects, okay? And then that information goes before the town council.
Well, I understand. I understand. The problem is that we're not getting any leads for people. Okay, we've tried using the coffee thing, and most of those guys are old, either veterans of Vietnam and things like that. And the youngest ones are probably in their early 70s, and none of them raised their hand. Okay, and it's been discussed a couple times, and I don't know of any other way we can do it unless we make comments regarding it in the paper.
Can you, go ahead, Joe.
No, I was gonna say, have we checked with Sherry to find out? I don't think Sherry's saying only she can do it. I think there's some sort of policy or some sort of process that limits how we can do that. But I think a good first step would be if we check with Sherry and ask, what are our avenues? Can we put it out on social media? I mean, we could put it in the item too. But I think with the item, it's going to be a pretty limited kind of base that's going to see that.
Yeah.
But I think we should check with Sherry and find out what are the rules around it. Because I'm sure if there's no rule around it, I think Sherry was probably concerned with people start emailing us stuff, and then we have personal information and all that kind of stuff. So I think that's where it's coming from. But if we can raise awareness and direct people to the website and let them follow the process without us interjecting in the process, that may be okay. But I think if we reach out to Sherry and get that clarity, it's probably going to be a good first step, because I can't see it being Sherry can only post it on the town website. But I don't know, maybe that is it.
Joe, can we get anything advertised on the local cable TV?
That's what I think we need to ask Sherry what we can and can't do.
But I
Yeah.
think if we put it out maybe in the veterans corner on the item and ask Sherry to be sure, but and also on the community page, if we specify in what we put out that if you are interested, please contact Sherry and give the contact information, and that they'd know that's where you have to go. It's not the Veterans Advisory Board that you're contacting. You would put that information right in front of them so they'd know that was the person you have to call or talk to or what have you to get your information. I don't know why we couldn't do that. Of course, I agree with Joe. We need to clarify that and clear that with her first, but that may be two places to put it and just let them know that's who they've got to contact.
And I can
contact for the Veterans Advisory Board.
Yeah, sorry, Marion. I'm fine reaching out to her tomorrow. And then I can let everybody here know what she says.
Oh, super.
Yeah. I'm married to a lawyer, so I like to do things that will prevent me from getting into trouble.
Right.
I find enough trouble on my own.
Where we are an official board or committee in town, it should be clear through Sherry.
Yeah.
Yeah, my technique, I've downloaded the form. I've sent out a couple emails to some individuals with instructions to fill the form out and submit it to Sherry.
All right.
That's great. Yep.
All right, I will, I'm making a note now, so I'll remember to ask Sherry.
Perfect.
That's a good point, Dale. Thanks for bringing that up.
The other one which I have is the ceremony at for the Wreaths Across America. We have the taps being played. We're presenting, doing presentations and some speeches. Yet we don't have a firing salute before taps are played. And I'm wondering why we're not doing that and if we should be doing that. We do have the people that can do it, and they're willing to do it.
Okay, you're on.
Well, that's just it. We can right now. It's
You
we
asked the
haven't done it in
question.
years.
I
We
think,
haven't done it.
can you make that happen?
Sure, yeah. I've already spoke to Pete. He's willing to fire. We'll get him a M1 rifle with properly set up and blanks. And I've got an individual, you might know him, who's willing to come, Dave Savoy from Saugus.
Yeah.
So we could certainly put 3 people up there, and we could fire 3 or 7 rounds each to make it a 21 gun salute.
Before you commit to anything, Dave also has a ceremony in Saugus.
On Veterans Day?
Not on Veterans
I mean,
Day.
on Wreaths Across America, I mean?
Yeah, that ceremony is held at many locations at the same time on the
Right.
same day.
I spoke to him
All
already.
over the country, I might add.
He
Yeah.
didn't, he never mentioned that there'd be a conflict of interest. I will contact Dave and find out.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
But even so, there's other people I can approach too.
Paul, the ceremonies on November 7th, a student assembly. That's on November 7th.
Mhm.
That is Friday, November 7th.
Okay. What time is
The Galvin is at 8:30 and 10 because they have 2 ceremonies. And the Woodville is at 11 o'clock on Friday, the 7th of November.
okay. Thank you.
If some of the Gold Star wives can make it, that would be
Well, I'll
greatly
talk to
appreciated.
Pam, and maybe Pam and I can go anyway. I'll look and see. None of the other Gold Star wives in Wakefield go to anything.
Okay.
So, or they don't make themselves known. But I have other Gold Star wives around that might consider going if they're not going already to any kind of ceremonies in their own towns, because a lot of them just go to whatever's happening in their own towns.
The only thing that I have to update from the chair report, we've discussed everything else on the agenda. Dale, if you're done, I can go
Yep,
ahead.
Go ahead. No,
Okay.
I'm done.
Veterans Day programming. I'll just give you a highlight. I did speak with Patsy Zagaria on yesterday, okay, for about an hour and a half. He's very excited about being the honored guest this year. And he's also very excited that I'm asking him to speak from the piano bench. Okay. I would prefer if he played a couple of songs. Okay. And I think everybody is going to make it available for him. There's a piano there, and he likes to play the music rather than stand behind the podium and talk.
I think that's great.
And I spoke to his daughter, Holly, and she's on board and helping him out. He's a terrific individual. He's got tremendous stories. And he's one of those people that I want to grow. When I grow up, I want to be like him. Okay. Just a lot of fun. And I've got responses from many in town to participate. I don't anticipate any trouble, filling the docket. Okay. The VSO, David Mengen, has ordered the wreath. The proclamation is being printed, and we'll have students read the proclamation. The Girl Scouts have an activity. They will read and participate and do the wreath presentation. Troop 701 is signed on for the color guard. I'm working with the chaplains, and I have a chaplain for the invocation. I'm close to having a chaplain for the benediction, and that's pretty much about it. We have a couple speakers. I've coordinated with Councilwoman Chairman Maureen Butt, and she's going to introduce Denise Casey, our new town administrator. So we're not bringing in a lot of folks from the outside to speak. And our VSO has done a tremendous job. We have 5 awards to present. We have 2 Medals of Liberty, 1 Medal of Fidelity, and 2 Ambassador for Peace medals from the Republic of Korea. And the Republic of Korea consulate will also join us in the ceremony to present those 2 awards. So it gets easier and easier every time we do it. But it's always a fun thing to do. And I would like to get on the, I just, if it's okay with the town council, I'd like to get on an agenda at the next council meeting and just present this to them, okay, in a more formal way, what the plan is. And thank you to the Wakefield Memorial High School, the band and the chorus. Both of them are going to perform.
Oh, that's great. That
So-
is super.
Could we get Dave Dangerfield to do 5 minutes too?
No, we're not. Dan, because you did that, I'm going to tell you.
Oh,
There's I
You're
know
in
an
trouble
airman.
here. No.
I know an airman that got up in front of the mic and he started his career as a comedian. When he got off the stage, the audience said that he bombed.
Really?
It's a military joke, okay? That's you can share that with Lois.
I've seen
All
Dave perform. He's actually pretty good.
He is.
He is pretty good, but we're not.
I talked to Dave's wife when he did the comedy show and says, I've never seen Dave nervous. This is the first
Yeah.
time.
Yeah, he was a little nervous. All right. I don't see anybody else in the waiting room here, so I'm gonna skip over item 10, 11, Councilor John Carney, and the next meeting is November 18, 2025 at 6:30 via Zoom.
Mhm.
Tuesday, November 18, 2025, 6:30 via Zoom. Are there any matters that were not anticipated for the agenda for this evening's meeting? Okay,
So,
I want to thank everybody for coming. And the favorite part is we have a motion to adjourn.
I make a
Vote
motion
to
to
adjourn.
adjourn.
Second.
Second, all those in favor of adjourning?
Aye.
all right.
Aye. Any opposed? Thank you, everybody, for your time and your contribution to a very successful meeting. I appreciate it.